Hello class, my name is Manika and in today's video we're going to be walking through step by step how to create a genogram in a real life family scenario. This video will not only help you understand the symbols and structures, but also how it connects to Bowen family systems theory, as well as your clinical practice. By the end of the video, you should be able to identify key genogram symbols, map out structures across generations, recognize patterns and dynamics, and we'll pause throughout for interactive questions. This is going to help you apply what you're learning in real time. So first, let's start with some definitions. So what exactly is a genogram? A genogram is more than a family tree. It's a visual map of family relationships, patterns, and emotional connections across generations. It helps us to better understand things like intergenerational trauma, relationship dynamics, roles within the family, and it helps us to better understand patterns of behavior like substance use, conflict, and caregiving. And as you can see on the symbol sheet that's been provided for you, each dynamic is symbolized by a shape. So for example, you have square for male and circle for female. And the lines between individuals represents relationships. And the different line styles show emotional dynamics such as closeness, conflict, distance, or if a family member is cut off. Genograms also track marriages, divorce, cohabitation. It also looks at children, including birth order, twins, adoption, deaths, and significant life events. So let's walk through a case example. We'll follow a client named Jasmine. She's 28 years old and she's seeking out therapy for anxiety and relationship stress. And we're going to build her genogram across 3 generations. So for the first step, we're going to build the structure of the family members. So let's start with Jasmine. She identifies as a female, so that means she would be circle. And we're going to place her in the center. And then we'll add her parents. Her mother is Lisa, and we're going to symbolize that with a circle, and her father is Marcus, and we're going to symbolize that with a square. They were married, but later divorced, so according to your sheet, marriage is signified by a solid line, and divorce is signified with a line slashed through it. And then we're going to add Jasmine's siblings. She has one older brother, David, and one younger sister, Kayla. And when you're creating your genogram, children are listed from left to right in birth order. So let's pause right here and take a quick poll from your instructor. So for step 2, we're going to add extended family and pattern dynamics. So let's go one generation up. On the maternal side, which is Jasmine's mom, Lisa, she was raised by a single mother, Angela, and the father was absent. So we represent Angela with a circle and no connection to her father, which is a cutoff relationship. Now on the paternal side, Jasmine's father, Marcus, his parents were married, but they had a high conflictual relationship. Now, according to the emotional relationship section on your sheet, conflict is shown with a jagged line. So now we want to look at some key patterns so we can start layering meaning into these family dynamics. So Lisa, she experienced some abandonment. And as we mentioned before, Marcus grew up in a high conflict environment. And Jasmine reports difficulty trusting in relationships. So let's pause right here to take a quick poll from your instructor. Step 3, let's connect the emotional relationships with Bowen family system theory. So from the sheet, we can identify close relationships with a solid double line. Conflict is a jagged line and distance is a dotted line. So let's apply these symbols to Jasmine's family. Jasmine and her mother are very close, so we have some enmeshment there. Jasmine and her father are distant. The parents have a conflictual relationship and Jasmine's brother is cut off from the family. So when we connect this to Bowen family system theory, this is when your genogram becomes a real clinical tool. And we can identify differentiation of self, where Jasmine might struggle with independence due to the enmeshment with her mother. We can identify triangles, where Jasmine might be pulled into conflict with her parents. And then we can explore family projection process, where Jasmine's mother's fear of abandonment might be passed on to Jasmine. And we can also explore multi-generational transmission. And that will be looking at patterns of conflict, emotional distance, and relationship instability. So let's talk about some clinical insights. So a genogram is not just about drawing shapes and symbols, it's about understanding patterns that inform your intervention. So from Jasmine's genogram, we might explore abandonment patterns, boundaries with her mother, relationship expectations, or emotional regulation. So the final prompt that I'll leave you with is, if you were Jasmine's social worker, what is one question that you would ask her based on her genogram?